What's up everybody, it's United Weather here, and in today's video we're going to be taking a look at an upcoming tropical disturbance that's going to be impacting parts of the East Coast early next week. That's going to be bringing some coastal flooding, heavy rain, and strong winds. So first things first here, taking a look at the latest outlook from the National Hurricane Center. We do have Tropical Storm Gordon down here in the central Atlantic. This is expected to curve out to sea, so we're not really going to be paying much attention to this. What we are going to be focusing on, however, is this area of development right here, with a 50% chance of development over the next 7 days and a 30% chance of development over the next 48 hours. Now, this is associated with the leftover energy from Francine. So after Francine made landfall, it kind of split in two pieces. One piece of Francine's energy went to the west over the central United States and is still continuing to bring some heavy rain and flooding to that area. And the second piece of energy split out into the Atlantic Ocean and is eventually going to redevelop here right off the coast. So going ahead and looking at the latest GFS model forecast here, you can see you have this little area of unorganized showers and thunderstorms sitting just off the southeast coast of the United States. And as you go on throughout the day on Saturday and eventually into Sunday, you can see this is Sunday afternoon. It does develop into a organized low pressure system. So this would be probably some sort of tropical depression here Sunday afternoon into Sunday evening. It continues to strengthen here. This is Monday afternoon, eventually reaching 999 millibars, which that would be a pretty weak tropical storm, maybe even a tropical depression depending on the winds with this. But one of the biggest concerns with this, regardless of development here, is going to be the coastal flooding. We're going to have those easterly winds going right into the coast, and those are definitely going to create some problems for areas along the coast, regardless of how strong the storm gets. Of course, the stronger it gets, the worse it'll get, but even if it's a weak tropical depression, or even if it doesn't develop at all, coastal flooding is still going to be a pretty big problem for areas along the East Coast. So this is Monday afternoon again here, making landfall here in northern South Carolina. And if we continue to move forward here, you can see it does eventually move off to the north by early Tuesday morning. Now, in terms of the upper air pattern here, to see what's actually steering the storm, you can see you do have those two pieces of energy, which are the remnants of Francine. And like I said, they're going to kind of split in half here. So you can see the piece of energy to the right of your screen sitting there just off the coast. And you have this kind of huge block here over the northeastern United States and southeastern Canada, and that's going to prevent the storm from going further north. It's not really going to give it anywhere to go except back up into the coast. Now, one of the tricky parts with this forecast is going to be how strong this block is to the north, because the further south it is, the further south the storm is going to go. Depending on that, we could see the storm, some models are showing the storm impacting areas as far north as, Virginia, even Delaware and New Jersey. However, models like the GFS model are more consistent, showing a South Carolina, maybe even a North Carolina landfall here with a weak tropical storm. So that's definitely something we're going to have to watch over the next few days. But in general, anywhere from South Carolina all the way up to Virginia, Maryland, Delaware, you guys should be watching this pretty closely over the next few days to kind of see how this pattern evolves. Now, taking a look at one of the forecast models here, which shows a landfall further north than what's being forecasted by the GFS model, which is the ICON model. And as you can see, this would be Monday night. So notice how it's a little bit slower than what the GFS is showing. And this would be early, very early Tuesday morning. You can see it's still sitting off the coast of North Carolina here, and it continues to move north. Now, it is a little bit weaker. It still would most likely be a tropical depression or at least some sort of tropical cyclone here. And you can notice over the day on Tuesday, it continues to push north all the way up to New Jersey, Pennsylvania, even areas like southern New York State. You guys will get impacts from this. It is definitely weaker, so I think once it moves further inland here, at least according to this solution, the wind wouldn't be as bad, but definitely going to bring a good amount of rain and, as I said earlier, a good amount of coastal flooding with that easterly flow. Now, switching back over to the GFS model here, just to give you guys an idea of what you can expect for rainfall here. And as you can see here, in areas in North and South Carolina, that is almost 6, even 8 inches of rain showing up here for some areas on the coast. And keep in mind, this will be falling in a short period of time. And on top of that, you're also going to have to deal with coastal flooding for areas closer to the coast. Although the winds might not be that big of an issue, rain and flooding is definitely going to be a big possibility here. And this would be over a very short period of time that this rain is falling here, as we saw earlier on the radar loop that I showed you. The storm is moving pretty quick, so this would be in maybe 6-8 hours that 6, 7, even 8 inches of rain will be falling here. And you can see as it moves off to the north, it also drops 2 to 3 inches of rain here in areas, New Jersey, Delaware, Maryland, even areas on the Virginia coast here. You guys could also see a good amount of rain from this as well, which is a little bit of good news because I know some of those areas have been in a little bit of a drought lately. So that's definitely some good news for you guys. So the main threat with this is going to be that rain and coastal flooding. Wind not going to be that big of an issue. I wouldn't rule out any gusts, maybe to 30 miles an hour, but it's not going to be anything too crazy like we saw in Louisiana when Francine made landfall a few days ago. So don't be too worried about that. But if you were anywhere along the coast here, you definitely want to be watching out for some coastal flooding, maybe making some preparations. You want to stay updated with the National Hurricane Center. I will be leaving a link in the description to their website so you guys can stay updated with the latest information. I'll also be trying to have a video out hopefully on Monday to give you guys an update on what's happening with this system. By then we should have a better idea of whether it's going further north like some models are showing, or staying down here in South Carolina and North Carolina. So definitely make sure to check back for that. And that's pretty much it for today's video. So if you guys did enjoy, remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. It does help get my forecast out to more people. It also motivates me to make more videos for you guys. So with that being said, hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Stay safe and peace out.